Congo is again embroiled in conflict. The M23 rebel group, largely dormant since a 2013 defeat, has resurged. This time, M23 fighters clash with the Congolese army and local militias. Villages burn, civilians flee to overcrowded camps or across borders. This violence adds another tragic chapter to Congo's history. It raises serious regional and international concerns. The M23 rebellion exposes deeper tensions in the Great Lakes region. Rwanda denies backing the M23 despite accusations. Kigali claims its security is threatened by forces within Congo. This fuels a cycle of accusation, hindering peace. The humanitarian cost is immense, with thousands displaced. Aid access is limited by ongoing fighting. The resurgence of M23 threatens to destabilize the region further. At the heart of the conflict lies a complex web of allegations. The DRC government accuses Rwanda of providing material support and troops to the M23. This accusation is echoed by UN experts who claim to have gathered evidence of Rwandan involvement. Reports detail Rwandan troops crossing the border to fight alongside M23 rebels and supply them with weapons. These allegations are not new, echoing similar claims made during M23's previous incarnation a decade ago. Rwanda, however, vehemently denies any involvement with the M23. Paul Kagame, Rwanda's president, dismisses the accusations as a blame game. He argues that Rwanda is being scapegoated for Congo's internal problems, which he attributes to weak governance and corruption. Kagame further asserts that Rwanda itself is under threat from armed groups operating within Congo, some with links to the perpetrators of the 1994 genocide against the Tutsi in Rwanda. This cycle of accusations and denials fuels a dangerous dynamic. It deepens mistrust between the two countries and hinders efforts to find a peaceful resolution. The lack of accountability for alleged atrocities committed by all sides further complicates the situation. Without a credible and impartial investigation, it is difficult to establish the truth and hold those responsible accountable. In a bid to quell the violence, the Southern African Development Community, or SADC, has deployed a regional force, with South Africa playing a leading role. South African troops are now on the ground in eastern DRC, tasked with supporting the Congolese army and protecting civilians. This intervention highlights South Africa's regional leadership aspirations and its commitment to stability in Central Africa. However, it has also drawn criticism, particularly from Rwanda. Kagame has accused South Africa of bias, suggesting that the SADC deployment is more about protecting Congolese President Felix Tshisekedi's government than addressing the root causes of the conflict. He argues that South Africa is too quick to believe the accusations against Rwanda without considering the broader regional context. This criticism underscores the deep mistrust between Rwanda and some SADC members, adding another layer of complexity to an already volatile situation. South Africa's intervention, while well-intentioned, carries significant risks. The deployment of foreign troops in a conflict zone with a history of external interference is fraught with challenges. There is a danger of mission creep, with SADC forces becoming bogged down in a complex and intractable conflict. Moreover, the intervention risks escalating tensions between regional powers, particularly if perceived as biased or ineffective. The international community has responded to the renewed conflict in DRC with a mixture of condemnation and calls for dialogue. The US and UK, traditional allies of Rwanda, have expressed concern over allegations of Rwandan support for the M23. However, they have stopped short of imposing sanctions, highlighting the delicate balancing act they face. Within Africa, reactions have been mixed. Some countries echo the DRC's accusations against Rwanda, while others call for restraint and dialogue. The African Union has been largely silent, fueling perceptions of its ineffectiveness. The conflict's resurgence has serious consequences for the DRC and the wider region. It jeopardizes fragile peace agreements and exacerbates an already dire humanitarian situation. The international community's tepid response risks emboldening those who choose violence over dialogue. Without a concerted effort to address the root causes and hold perpetrators accountable, the cycle of violence in eastern DRC seems destined to continue.